any other man who does what he did also be destroyed. But my heart is torn for skilful Odysseus, ill-fated man, who has had to suffer such misfortune for so many years, a long way from friends. He's on an island, surrounded by the sea, the one that forms the ocean's navel stone. In the forests of that island lives a goddess, daughter of tough-minded Atlas, who knows the ocean depths, and by himself holds up those gigantic pillars which separate earth and heaven. That's the one whose daughter prevents the sad, unlucky man from leaving. With soft, seductive speech she keeps tempting him, urging him to forget his Ithaca. But Odysseus yearns to see even the smoke rising from his native land, and longs for death. And yet, Olympian Zeus, your heart does not respond to him. Did not Odysseus offer you delightful sacrifices on Troy's far-reaching plain beside the ships? Why then, Zeus, are you so angry with him? Cloud-gatherer Zeus then answered her and said, "My child, what a speech has passed the barrier of your teeth! How could I forget godlike Odysseus, pre-eminent among all mortal men for his intelligence and offerings to the immortal gods who hold wide heaven? But Earth-shaker Poseidon is a stubborn god, constantly enraged about the Cyclops, the one whose eye Odysseus destroyed, godlike Polyphemus, the mightiest of all the Cyclopes. Thusa bore him, a nymph, a daughter of that Phorcys who commands the restless sea. Poseidon, down in those hollow caves, had sex with her. That's the reason Earth-shaker Poseidon makes Odysseus wander from his country. Still, he has no plans to kill him. But come, let's all of us consider his return, so he can journey back to Ithaca. Poseidon's anger will relent. He can't fight the immortal gods all by himself, not with all of us opposing him." Goddess Athene, with the gleaming eyes, replied to Zeus, "Son of Kronos and father to us all, ruling high above, if the immortal gods now find it pleasing for the wise Odysseus to return back home, then let's send Hermes, killer of Argus, as our messenger, over to the island of Ogygia, so he can quickly tell that fair-haired nymph our firm decision, that brave Odysseus will now leave and complete his voyage home. I'll go to Ithaca and urge his son to be more active, put courage in his heart, so he will call those long-haired Achaeans to assembly and there address the suitors who keep on slaughtering his flocks of sheep and shambling bent-horned cattle. I'll send him on a trip to Sparta and sandy Pylos to learn about his father's voyage home. He may hear of it somewhere, and to gain a worthy reputation among men." Athene spoke. Then she tied those lovely sandals on her feet, the immortal golden sandals which carry her as fast as stormy blasts of wind across the ocean seas and endless tracts of land. She took with her that weighty, powerful spear, immense and sturdy, with a point of sharpened bronze, with which she conquers ranks of human warriors when they annoy her, daughter of a mighty father. She raced down from the peak of Mount Olympus, sped across to Ithaca, and then just stood there, at Odysseus' outer gate before the palace, on the threshold, gripping the bronze spear in her fist. She looked like Mentes, a foreigner, the chief who ruled the Taphians. There she met the suitors, those arrogant men, who were enjoying themselves playing checkers right outside the door, sitting down on hides of cattle they themselves had butchered. Some heralds and attendants were keeping busy blending wine and water in the mixing bowls. Some were wiping tables down with porous sponges and setting them in place, while others passed around huge amounts of meat. Godlike Telemachus observed Athene first, well before the others. He was sitting with the suitors, his heart troubled, picturing in his mind how his noble father might get back, scatter the suitors from his home, win honor for himself, and regain control of his own household. As he thought about all this, sitting there among the suitors, he saw Athene. He immediately walked over to the outer gate, for in his heart he considered it disgraceful that a stranger should remain a long time at his door. He moved up near Athene.